It's rather baffling to me that I see a constant stream of incompetence from Crunchyroll almost every month at this moment. This is not their biggest, but it is certainly one of their most embarrassing ones. I already talked about the salt for Goblin Slayer in my stream, but today I want to focus more on something that I didn't talk about that much in my last stream because I found about it mid-stream. I didn't really look up to it more, and since YouTube loves to demonetize me, I'd rather just make shorter videos instead of waiting and putting too much time in making the longer ones. In case you missed it, Goblin Slayer the anime was released into the public, and it's released at a very appropriate time at Spooktober and spooked the living hell out of everybody for the rape scene that happened between the goblins and the characters in the middle of the episode. A typical hentai scenario if you ask me. I recommend these people to check out the manga as the anime tones the tits department down. Like I said on the stream, I find the reactions to the first episode of this anime really freaking baffling. If you guys don't know the context of the first episode, and I'm gonna spoil it because there really isn't much to spoil, we have a bunch of adventurers who are designed to be these very young typical isekai MMO characters picking up a quest to wipe out goblins, but unfortunately they're being unbearably smug about it to the point where I just want these characters to be dropped in a nearby volcano. And they sure as hell did. Not the volcano, but they did suffer a lot. That entire scene of the goblins slaughtering the noobs and raping them reminds me so much of slasher films where Jason or any other slasher movie villains find these pretentious high schoolers and just murder them in the most brutal fashion. Sometimes it's just so satisfying to see a bunch of noobs making rookie mistakes and not facing the harsh reality that's coming to them. I also really love the manga where they were traveling with this smug elf broad, but then she had to witness the atrocity that the goblins did to the elves. That's right, girl, face the reality of the goblins' atrocities. This anime and the manga, for that matter, aren't really trying to be deep. They're just giving you a bog standard MMO world where goblins are a thing and you have fantasy doom guys slaying the living hell out of the goblins. It's exactly what it says on the tin. Nothing more, nothing less. It's a no-nonsense bloodfest mixed with tits and rape. So for those of you who criticize this anime for being edgelord crap, it is edgelord crap, and it's not trying to be anything else, and that's why I don't really particularly enjoy this manga, to be honest. The story is really nothing special, nothing revolutionary. It works for what it tries to do, but it's what we've seen a million times already. What I do love about the manga after 11 chapters in is the fact that the Goblin Slayer is pretty much if Doom Guy was actually in a good comic. I find his character incredibly fascinating. He only works with one simple logic, which is to kill goblins and nothing else. Anyone that stands on his way, he's actually gonna ask them if they're useful and ask them if they want to survive, and if they want to survive they just need to follow his orders. That's actually pretty considerate. If Doom needs a manga, I want these people to do it. Hell, if Doom needs an anime, I want these people to do it. The main character is severely traumatized, he is not sane, and he's literally too angry to die. But now that we know what the Goblin Slayer anime is all about, what did Crunchyroll have to do with all of this? You see, all of these outrage and backlash towards the rape scene in Goblin Slayer, I think it's thanks to how Crunchyroll portrays this anime as remarkably innocent. They do try to warn people that this anime is not for the faintest of heart, but it doesn't come off as a shock to them. Their portrayal is so innocent that they initially rated the anime TVPG. That's right, when the anime was published, Crunchyroll actually rated it TVPG. What the hell were you guys thinking? And this brings me to another question that I think deserves a little bit of answer. Crunchyroll, did you actually watch Goblin Slayer before you published this anime? Have you seen the content of the anime before you actually published the first episode? You would think that since the site is occupied by progressives who claim to be fans of anime, you'd have people inside the website to actually check the content of the anime and give proper content warnings, but nope, they actually published this anime under the TVPG rating. And so we have tons and tons of people getting outraged on Twitter, some who claim that they're actually traumatized, which is Jesus. And all of this is because Crunchyroll didn't do their job in warning people about the content of the anime. One of the people who complained literally had this to say as their point of criticism as well. Some of these people could be pirates, sure, but some are definitely watching them at Crunchyroll, and these people are terrified for their lives. As much as I want to laugh at how salty and terrified these people can be, especially knowing that these people don't fully grasp the spirit of Spooktober, that still doesn't change the fact that Crunchyroll could have done something more to fix this issue. Like, I don't know, watch the anime first before you publish them, change your template when you publish those anime, fix your streaming service in general. Crunchyroll still had the anime up and running, but the fact that they have to change the rating and put a warning right after people got mad and not when the anime was released just tells me that there's no one in there who bothered to check out what's up with the anime. You guys are already having a bad rep in the eyes of so many anime fans to the point where they prefer pirating instead of streaming from your website. We can disagree politically, but incompetence like this is absolutely inexcusable. When freaking free online manga readers are able to give the warnings up front, you know you messed up real bad.